Hello, my name is Tasha Smutney. I am a double gold consultant, and I am also a two-time IATAN card holder. I've been in this business since June of 2022, and I absolutely love working with my clients. We're going to talk today about how you build your personal brand and that kind of goes along with picking your specialty or your niche, we can call it, right? So let's talk about what goes into all of that, okay? So first, I want you to think about these things. If you're a note taker, write them down, whether that's on paper or digitally. Think about these things. Who are you and what message does your business send? If you don't have that message yet, what message do you want it to send? And who do you want to be as your business owner? Okay. Who are your ideal clients? So, who are the people that you want to book trips for? If you don't know these things, you can't really build your brand. So, you have to make some decisions, right? And what interests in the travel industry do you have? Or what areas do you already have a lot of knowledge in? You're already really interested, you've already really experienced those things, right? So when I think about these things and who I am, what messages, all those things. So I think about the fact that I'm very personable, I'm empathetic, I care about people, and I feel like my business sends the message that I'm approachable, I'm easy to work with, right? And I have my clients' best interests always at the front of my mind when I'm doing my work. Okay. My ideal clients are not necessarily like super rich people who can afford whatever they want, but they're also not what is the absolute cheapest you can get me. We don't ever want to shoot for that. Nobody wants to shoot for the what's the cheapest you can get me because then all you're going to be booking is super cheap trips, right? And you won't make money. My ideal clients, though, great. If I get somebody who's super rich and has all the money in the world and I can book them whatever they want, that's fabulous. But really, my ideal clients are kind of everyday people that have some extra money or they spend time to save up for that money. So they really care about what they're investing in when it comes to travel, right? But also, I book for families, whether that be families with young children, families with adult children, whatever the case is. I do a lot of family travel. I also book for, you know, couples and groups of friends that are in their, early 30s to older than that. I also book for a lot of retirees. As somebody who's taught for many years, I have a lot of friends or former coworkers that are now retired teachers. So I have that as people I can reach out to and I understand what they're looking for, right? And I also, my ideal clients are people who are looking to safely travel with life-threatening food allergies. I myself have them, so I focus on doing that because I know how stressful it can be, right? And I know that I can help people who have similar allergies or allergy situations that I do, right? I absolutely love exploring new things, learning about the culture. I love to cruise. I love Disney, right? And I love just getting away and having a good time. And those are the things that I chose to focus on. One, I already knew a lot about it. I can show my clients that I'm taking those same type of trips that I want them to book with me, right? Because honestly, I will tell you, sometimes my best advertising is my own traveling. All right. So if I'm doing the type of travel that I want to promote, then they're going to go, oh, she actually is an expert in this. Look, she's been there. Some people don't want to book with a travel agent who's never been to where they've been, right? Which kind of makes sense. So let's talk about what is a personal brand. So it's not just a name, it's not just an idea. It's the unique combination of your skills, experiences, and personality that an individual presents to the world or a business presents, right? It it also encompasses how you communicate those values, your expertise and identity, and influencing how people and others perceive you, both as who is this person that I'm going to trust with my financial information and pictures of my identification, and a professional context. What can they do for me? What services can they provide for me? Right? I know there's some big words in there. Some big fancy words all put together, but essentially it's what do you already have, or what skills and things are you learning that are going to help you with you building your business and your brand. And your business now, if you're a brand new agent, it may look completely different in a year from now. But think about that vision of what you want it to be and what brand you want to communicate to the world. Okay? And how are others going to perceive you based on what you put out there about your business? Your business is, when we're talking social media, it's often connected to your personal social media. Making sure that nothing on that personal social media is going to be like, ooh, that's not who I thought it was when I talked to them to book a trip. Maybe I'm not going to book with them anymore. Right? We are personal business owners, so who we are as a person is part of what people are taking into consideration when they're choosing if we're going to be the right travel agent for them. It's part of it. Okay? And if you're going, I have no experience, I have no skills yet, keep coming to trainings. We're going to teach you them. And we're also going to help you learn, right? And you have all of us to depend on to get the information when you don't already have it. Okay. So let's talk about why it's so important. Why is it so important to have a strong personal branding, right? So first of all, you're creating connections. What you put out there is going to draw people in or push people away. It's okay if people are pushed away by your brand, because we're looking for the right people to work with. And the right clients for me might not be the right clients for you, right? But we're creating those connections. What's going to make somebody feel like, ooh, that's a business I want to work with? You also, when you build a strong personal brand, you're in control of the narrative. You get to decide the perception of your business that you put out there, right? You get to decide who your company is. Maybe you just want to do luxury travel, right? That's what you put out there. I have an agent who I was on the phone with yesterday, and I wish I had come up with her idea. She is talking about having essentially every quarter of the year, so for every 3-month period, she's going to have 9 different basic quotes, not detailed because she'll have to customize for the clients. And she's going to create this like membership program for people to be a member of her travel club. And they're going to have, based on whatever tier they choose, they can choose from certain trips. And then the cost of the trip is not included in what their membership is, but here's the trips available for this quarter. So that basically she's got ideas already there. She just has to customize things like if they're flying what airport, or if they need something changed within that. So instead of, doing what a lot of us do and wanting clients to come to us to tell us what they want, she's gearing it specifically towards people who are busy workers that have money to travel but can't take week-long or 10-day vacations. They can take a long weekend once a month or something like that. That's the brand she's created. She's controlling her narrative. Like, I want you part of my club, my travel club. These are the perks you're going to get by doing it. I can take all the planning out of it for you. You just have to pack your bag and we'll book the trip you want of these choices. That's a very strong brand. We know exactly what she's doing, right? Maybe you're somebody who only wants to focus on Disney or only wants to focus on Europe, weddings, honeymoon, all of that. Whatever that is, that's part of that brand. And you control who you are as a business owner and what you show people. It's also a chance to demonstrate your abilities. What are you good at? Are you really good at, and you've already been the planner for your friends and family of, hey, let's figure out day to day what we're going to do. Then the narrative and what you're sending out as part of your brand is, I can make specific, customized, detailed itineraries so that you don't have to think about what to do each day. Maybe you're really great at, here's a bunch of ideas. I'm going to let my client choose which one. And you're not so great at putting together the detailed itinerary. But you can make a list of potential activities from Viator that they can click on the links and choose which ones they do. Right? Whatever your strengths and abilities are, build that into your brand so that that's part of the message you're sending and you're showing that. Okay. It's also going to grow your reach. If you have a strong personal brand, you're putting something stronger out there for people to connect with and see who you are and decide that looks like a business that I can trust or that has the same values as I have when it comes to travel. When people see your identity as your business, your branding, you can reach more people. If you're wishy-washy and all over the place, they're going to be like, this person they don't know what they want to do for me. As opposed to, this person knows exactly what they can do for me. Right? Thumbs up, that kind of makes some sense. You can click that thumbs up button on the Zoom, right? The more you can define who you are as a business, the more people you can reach that are those ideal clients, right? If you don't know who you are as a business, you're in, a lake that you don't know if there's any fish in, right? Anyone here who does fishing, they know there's certain times a day that are better. There's certain areas that you can tell. Oh, look at all the birds in this area. That means there's a lot of fish getting pushed up to the surface of the ocean. That's a better place. You know where to aim things to catch the right people. But if you have no sense of that brand, you're kind of, throwing out the net or the fishing line blind, and you don't know what might be out there for you to catch. All right. And this isn't necessarily an overnight process, and that's okay. It's okay if as a new agent you're like, I'm working on my brand, but I'm going to cast a wide net and see what I catch. That's okay. But you want to be aiming towards getting this strong brand. Okay? That should not be at questions already. Hold on. Somehow these two pages or that page got stuck in the middle. Whoopsie. It should be at the end. I was like, I know I have a lot more than that. So let's talk about the components of, what is it? There we go. So let's talk about the steps, how we actually build that brand. Once we've got the idea, there are three things we have to do: consistency, frequency, and visibility. Those are really important. Okay. You always hear us talk about consistency. These other two, we don't necessarily talk about as much with our things, right? Maybe you want to make a sticky note. I'm a big fan of sticky notes. I actually have to clean out my sticky notes because I got too much all over my desk. Let's talk about each one. So consistency in presenting your personal brand is key to building trust and recognition. Okay. Step number one to getting people to connect to your brand, believe in your brand, is trust and recognition. We want to make sure that somebody knows right away, hey, that's Traveling with Tasha. I know exactly whose business just posted that. Right? So just like a musician has a signature style, when you consistently share the values and messaging of your business across platforms, you create this cohesive identity, right? This reliability helps others understand who you are and fosters a stronger connections, making your brand memorable and impactful, right? Consistency, we always talk about post consistently. But when I talk about branding, I'm talking about making sure there's no question that Traveling with Tasha posted this. There's no question. Yep, she's posting about Disney again. She's telling me about a Disney deal. Tonight in Travel Ads, we're going to make something for Universal because they just big day for Universal fans today. We're going to make a post because I do both theme parks. I lean heavily towards Disney, but I do specialize in both, right? Oh, Tasha's posting about cruises. I know she loves cruises. I know Traveling with Tasha books a lot of cruises, those types of things. So when I look at my Canva, excuse the fact that I also am using this for school, but nothing I share with a client or use for advertising goes out without my logo, right? Traveling with Tasha. School, school, school. I make an invoice. Traveling with Tasha for an instant commission. Now, those were some fake numbers during a training the other night. The only thing that wasn't was the actual hotel, right? It not only has my logo, it has my brand colors. They know who that is. Right? The page that I use is the landing page of my website. Not only am I including my logo, I'm including my face. Hey, there's Tasha. Loving Disney, loving life as a travel agent, right? Let's see. My business cards, even if it's for team building, have my logo on there. I made this. It's actually in the other room. This is a huge 8-foot. I just bought it because I'm going to be doing some vendor events. 8-foot, one of those retractable signs. Here we are, Traveling with Tasha, Disney, Universal, all-inclusives, cruises, allergy-safe travel, customized itineraries, and more. Logo, QR code to connect with me. There's no question whose business people are interacting with, and it's also in my brand colors, right? When I send things to clients, let's do it this way. Here are all my templates of client forms. Now, I do have I don't send this to clients, but it is on my website and it is on my Facebook if this is how clients choose to contact me. This is essentially like our inquiry forms, but they can send it to me to schedule a consultation. My logo, my colors, it's me, right? When we look at my template for my credit card authorization forms, my logo's right there, Traveling with Tasha. No questions, it's me, right? Everything I've got that I send to clients has my logo on it. When I look at individual clients, I just sent this out. They are leaving for a trip on Thursday. This I didn't send out. This was their, receipt after their first payment. What I did just send out was this. My logo, who I am. Here's their snapshot, everything they need for this trip this week. But again, they know who it came from. I have thank you notes that I send while my client's on their trip. There's my logo. I know I'm blurred. My logo's there. I also seal the envelopes with stickers with my logo, right? Hey, I got mail from Traveling with Tasha. Look at that. My business cards have it. These are my old ones, but I have new ones too that I like better. It's on the front and the back. And it's my brand colors. I've got my old ones, but I like my new ones better, right? There's no question who they're getting this from. I am consistent. Every single thing that I send out or advertise shows my business. So here are the key points. Feel free, take a screenshot of these if you want. Consistency is key. Unified messaging. The same kind of tone and language across all platforms. So I use similar hashtags. I use the same wording when I talk about a deal or those kinds of things, or similar wording, right? I represent my, hey, I'm not super serious, I'm approachable when I use my language. Visual identity. When I talk, I showed you my logos, my colors, cohesive look, imagery. I use a lot of pictures that are mine, right? I don't necessarily use professional pictures. If I have the personal ones, I use it, right? And I often choose the same fonts or similar font. Like I have 4 or 5 fonts that are the ones I use all the time. So that not only does my logo say it's me, but if they have to scroll to see the logo, they're like, oh, I think this might be from Tasha, right? Now, we always talk about this, regular content posting. You need to be posting every single day on social media. Now, we talk about posting ads, but other things. Share updates, right? About you. Don't be afraid to do things like stories. Stories pop up for people and they can click to see you. And photos. This is kind of, in addition to the ads we're posting. Make sure you're active on social media. Don't just post ads. Something, fun fact about travel. Something important pops up in travel news. Share it. A few weeks ago, there was big news that now people are going to be able to do their passport renewals online. You bet I shared it the day it came out or the day after. Because I want to make sure that my clients know, hey, she's up on all the new trends, all the news. She knows what's going on. Engagement. Consistently engage with the people who engage with you. You have to respond to comments. You can get by doing a like, but it's better to respond. Okay. That is why, even if it's not a client, it's somebody on our team. If you post a comment on my picture, my ad, or whatever, I respond. Not because I'm worried about getting you as a client, because social media likes that. They like the engagement and the back and forth. But when we're talking about clients, we're talking about responding to comments and messaging in a sort of timely manner to build community with the people who are interacting with what you're putting out there, right? Your brand values. Highlight those values, whatever they are. Maybe your values are sustainable travel, not making a negative impact on nature as you travel. Post stuff that shows that. Collaboration, any partners or brands or influencers that align with your identity, connect with them. You know how many Disney bloggers I follow on Facebook? A lot of them. And on Instagram, I get things all the time. Hey, you've been awarded a top fan. You want to become top fans for those people that are doing the things that you agree with, that align with you. And be authentic. Don't be someone you're not, right? Don't be someone you think everyone wants you to be. Share genuine experiences that reflect your brand's mission and personality. You know, I share funny memes about travel because I think they're funny too. And I want people who like the things I like, right? I'm not going to pretend to be anyone I'm not when I'm traveling. Like, oh, sat on the runway for an hour. Somebody that he is part of Rising Tide, but he's not directly on our team. He posted, and I got to know him. I met him at convention. I got to know him a little better at boot camp a few weeks ago, and we followed each other on Facebook. He was traveling and he posted something. He was completely authentic. He was at Nashville Airport. It was either yesterday, I think it was yesterday morning. He got to the TSA line. There were over 2,000 people in it. He took a video and said, packed my patience this morning. Here's what my day looked like. Had to run to my gate because I only had 10 minutes left before boarding when I finally got through TSA. And then the flight was delayed due to a mechanical issue anyway. I guess time was on my side today. Something like that. Like, oh, this problem that happened actually was in my favor because I didn't miss my flight. He posted a follow-up last night on like one of the travel groups. He got 2,500 likes on TikTok from that video. And then it was some crazy number of views, but 2,500 likes in a day. And he was just showing what he went through that day traveling and being him. Authentic, right? So our next step is frequency, right? Frequency has to do with timing. So it's presenting your personal brand kind of like tending to a garden. The more you share your insights and values, the more recognizable you become, right? Regular updates on social media and networking with people keep your brand vibrant and the top of people's minds. Just like a garden thrives with care, your personal brand grows stronger with consistent communication, opening doors to new opportunities and reaching a wider audience. If you like put it out there once, maybe somebody sees it and they're like, oh, I'm going to save this. And then they never come back to you anyway. Don't let people forget about who you are, right? Put it out there. Let people know. Okay. So let's take a look what that means in travel, right? Regular updates. We already kind of talked about that with consistency. Post travel content consistently. This has nothing to do with ads. at least weekly or every other week. Post, I would say weekly, not bi-weekly. Post something about travel. There's people who choose to do things like Travel Tips Tuesday, Fly Away Friday, Wedding Wednesdays. You could come up with anything that goes with the day of the week, and every single week you could post it. It could be right on your business page. You can schedule them for a whole month at a time, and they'll post automatically for you. Michaela does a great job about talking about how to do that and using Meta for your Facebook business page. So it sounds like a lot, but you could spend an hour once a month scheduling your whole month. Daily engagement. You have to go on social media every single day. Interact with your followers. Stories. You could post a poll. You could also do a Q&A session. Maybe you put a post out there that says, hey, who has questions about, and pick a specific topic or general questions. And then people are posting their questions and you're answering every single one. Those are ways to get people to engage. You can do actual polls in a Facebook page or group, but you can also do ones where you make a picture on Canva and show two different things, like a this or that. I did one once. It was a this or that of, are you a carry-on only or a what's my baggage limit? And I did like funny pictures of somebody like weighed down with all their baggage, right? And I put a heart and a thumbs up. So people had to choose the emotion, the emoji, which one matched their choice. Timely promotions. Share special offers that come up that go with your brand. Or travel tips during peak seasons. Holiday travel is coming up. Thanksgiving week, every single one of us should be posting a what to do if your flight gets canceled type of a post. Here are the questions to ask at the airport. What do I need to do to make sure I get reimbursed by travel insurance when something goes wrong? Those types of checklists. When there's a lot of people traveling peak seasons, putting things out there that are going to help people. Hey, might be busier this week. Make sure you definitely get the 2 hours before the flight leaves if it's a domestic flight, 3 hours or more if it's an international flight. Travel tip. Check the weather. Maybe you live in a sunny climate, but you're traveling somewhere that gets snow in December. You know, what's going to help people during those peak travel times? We think of what the problem could be and put up a tip for how to deal with it. Even if they're not our clients, if they're following our page, they're getting those tips. And now they're going to say, this travel agent really likes to help their clients and people traveling. Now, event participation. You can attend or promote different travel events in your area. You know, if something pops up, maybe you're not at the point that you're like, hey, I want to pay money to be at a vendor event. But you could go to a travel trade show that's in your area. We can look on our Travel Leaders Network through Agent Universe for events. Watch your emails. We get so many, and I'm bad about it, admittedly. We get so many emails about potential events we can go to, right? I recently found out that one of the parents from school is also part of Archer and Evolution. And I didn't know. She's on a different team. And she has been sending me, hey, me and some of my friends are going to this event locally. Would you like to join us? Now I don't even have to pay attention to the email. She's just telling me about them, right? Or webinars. You get emails about webinars. Katie's really good about posting, hey, look at this event that's coming up that you could sign up to go to, all right? It's either tomorrow or I think it's tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern. Virgin Voyages is doing a webinar. You have to sign up for it ahead of time. She put it right in Discord. You could sign up for the webinar, right? Content variety. Now, we don't mean post about completely different things, but mix up the type of posts. Post with photos, a blog, a news article, videos. Go live. I know that's scary. I haven't done it. I should give myself a challenge too. Get out of your comfort zone. I actually have gone live before when I was traveling, but it was early morning and I was on a cruise ship and nobody was awake. But when you go live, that video stays on your page after the fact. So people could see, hey, Tasha was watching the sunrise on the cruise ship this morning, right? You can send out newsletters. Start making an email list of potential clients. So you can make a newsletter once a month. Hey, here's some specials I'm focusing on this time of year, right? People who follow you. Monthly. Maybe you do it 3 times a year. Find a schedule you want to use and stick to it. And again, that collaboration, if you have partners you can create joint content with. Maybe, somebody said to me their relative is an event planner, but they don't have a travel agent. She's got a big foot in the door, right? Her sister wants her to be the travel agent for these events that she plans for hundreds and hundreds of people. They can work together to make joint content to put out there, right? If there's somebody that you make that kind of partnership with, do that. Maybe there's a local business or a community group that wants to use you to do service, to do travel. Post content together, right? Step 3 is visibility. If nobody sees you, nobody can book with you. Presenting your personal brand is crucial. Visibility is crucial for making an impact. Like a lighthouse, guiding ships, sharing your expertise through social media and networking ensures you're noticed. The more visible you are, the better your chances of connecting with others and attracting new opportunities. A strong visual presence helps establish your identity and influence in your field. You'll hear us a lot, no secret agents. If no one knows you can book travel, no one will book travel with you, right? You want to be seen and heard. An active social media presence. Maintain profiles on all the major platforms, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, Threads, all of them. Create engaging content, things that are going to catch people's eyes. Videos, travel stories that you post this stuff regularly, right? Use keywords to improve your search ability on blogs and websites. This is talking about search engine optimization. Put things in there that people are going to search for on Google. Use Google or ChatGPT to ask it, what should I put for words? What should I put for hashtags for this type of post? So that people find you when they do a search. Again, collaborations, if you have that opportunity, partner with influencers or other brands for cross promotion. Guest blogging. Maybe you can find somewhere you can write for a travel website or magazine to reach new audiences, right? I should actually reach out. I have a friend who she's traveling, actually Monday. She's traveling Monday or Tuesday. She has a free hotel in Orlando because she is a travel blogger. The hotel is comped, but she booked her Disney tickets through me and paid me a fee to help do an itinerary and plan for her and do all her reservations and stuff. Maybe I can write something for her blog about what it's like to be a travel agent, right? If you know anyone who's really, really popular on social media, ask them, hey, how can I Can I maybe write something on your blog? Can you highlight something I put together for you to share with your followers? Right? Email marketing. As I said, we're going to start making that list, right? Send regular newsletters to keep your brand the top of people's minds. And again, participate in events. You could host a travel event, whether it be on Facebook or maybe it's live somewhere. Maybe you go to a park one day and you're like, hey, throwing a travel party. Attend webinars and workshops to increase the visibility. And when you attend those workshops and things, take pictures. Spent an amazing day learning about Carnival Cruise Line at their in-person event or their virtual event. Every single one of the agents who went to boot camp, we took pictures and let people know how great everything we were learning that day was. Not just other agents who weren't there, our clients or potential clients. Hey, Tasha goes and gets professional development to help her be a better travel agent. Look at the amazing things she's doing. I saw a lot of people today. I had to unfortunately go to a wake this afternoon, but I saw a lot of people in our school community that I don't see are bigger, the whole town I work in. And a lot of people outside after we were in or while we were waiting were like, I see all the amazing things you're doing. Your travel business is going really well, isn't it? I didn't tell them my business was going well. They saw my content and said, you're being really successful. You must be so happy. I said nothing. I just present that, right? Visible. So those were our three keys to making your brand strong. Consistency, frequency, visibility. Now, as we said, we can throw the wide net. I would be lying if I said I won't book anything you ask me to book. I will absolutely book anything somebody comes to me to book because I can, but that doesn't mean it's my specialty, right? We should have something we focus on. Have you ever heard the term, what is it? Jack of all trades, expert in none, or something to that effect, right? If you don't try to focus on specific things, you'll never become an expert in specific things. And that's important. Now, absolutely, I'm not a brand new agent and I will book anything. You want 2 nights in a hotel? I'll book it. You want me just to book you a rental car? Sure. I don't want to book just your flights, but I will if you pay me a fee. But I get so excited when somebody wants to, like, oh, I want to plan every step of your Disney trip. I'm going to look at the videos about your cruise right along with you, right? Look at this amazing all-inclusive I found for you and the amazing, like, I get excited about those because those are the things I love. They reflect my personal interest. Choose a niche, a specialty you're passionate about. It doesn't matter what it is. It's what you're passionate about. Then you identify those target clients. Who is going to be the ones who want to be interested in what you're putting out there? Families, couples. Maybe you're focusing on solo travelers. Solo travelers who want you to book them part of an existing tour group so that they're not traveling alone. They just have no friends to travel that like to travel as much or can afford to. They still want to go and be with other people. Consider expertise. Leverage any specialized knowledge or experience you have. Food allergies, cultural destinations, right? Maybe you've traveled a lot to specific areas. Maybe you have a lot of experience doing the off the beaten path things when you travel. And that's what your clients want, because that's who you focus on attracting, right? Research the market demand. If you have no idea what you want to focus on, what is something really popular right now? Search for it, do some research. That can ensure that, you're going to be profitable because you're booking things that everybody wants to do. Look for gaps in the industry. So underserved areas within the industry so you can stand out. Hey, nobody's booking this, so I'm going to focus on advertising this that people want. Right? Think long term. Choose a specialty, a niche that you can commit to for years as your brand grows. Don't just pick something to pick it because you're like, well, I got to pick something. I'll just go with this. And then a year from now, you're like, I really wish I didn't say that this was my specialty because I hate it. Right? Think about it. Think about what you're going to be able to be interested in long term. Okay? There are so many niches. I had to do 2 columns, right? But think about some possible niches. Now, I have multiple, I told you, right? Mine are right here. Disney vacations and theme parks, cruise vacations, all inclusives. Where did I put it? Traveling with food allergies. Those are mine. I have 4 niches. Maybe you want luxury travel, adventure travel, hiking, diving, safaris. Now, family travel fits into mine. Family travel can be a niche. Destination weddings and honeymoons. We have people on our team that all they focus on is the wedding industry. Bachelor, bachelorette parties, anniversary travel, all of that goes with that, right? Eco-friendly and sustainable travel. Maybe you want to focus on food and wine, traveling places that people can experience food. Solo or solo female travel. This is actually way bigger than you think it is. Seniors and retiree travel. LGBTQ plus friendly travel. Very important to be able to know, where is it safe for me to go? I have clients, I'm booking their honeymoon. They're going on a Virgin Voyages cruise. Now, Virgin Voyages is very open and accepting. I would actually say it's as far from a conservative cruise line as possible. But they had some concerns about the ports. Which of these ports do we have to be careful about public displays of affection? So if you're going to focus on that, or book for people, you have to be willing to do that research. I double checked because I was pretty sure it was all safe, but I was like, oh, you know what? I haven't been to that place. Let me double check. And I checked all of them and I put exactly what I found about the information to tell them. Group travel, whatever that group might be. We're talking big groups of people, right? Sports travel for people who have traveling sports teams. Youth or educational travel, wellness travel and retreats, corporate and business, conventions, that's all kind of one. There's people who want to travel just to do community service places. Traveling with disabilities. And as I said, traveling with food allergies. Those are not the same thing, but they are very specialized things. Feel free to, and there's so many more. If I can't think of more right now, but feel free to take a picture of this page if you're looking for like a list of, hey, which ones might I be interested in? Okay. You can also look up online, hey, what are some great specialties for a travel agent? Use our AI platforms, Gemini, ChatGPT, and say, what I like these things, what should I focus on as a travel agent? Or what should be my niche, my specialty? Okay. Now we're to our questions, though. All right. I am going to stop the recording